Feeling overwhelmed doesn't have to be your daily experience as a business owner. And I get it. I built one of the fastest growing fitness companies in the UK between age 20 and 25, and I faced stress, burnout, and overwhelm. I successfully got on the other side of it, and I've helped hundreds of my clients do the same thing. I'm going to break down the 3 simple ways that you can work with stress and overwhelm in a way that solves it immediately and also in the long term. This allows you to become resilient under stress, relaxed under pressure, and actually allows you to enjoy running your business. So before I teach you the 3 ways, it's critical that you understand the true nature of stress and overwhelm. You see, you don't have stress and overwhelm. Those are just words to describe an overactive nervous system. When you understand that these are actually just predictable patterns in your nervous system, you can take back the agency and learn how to work with that in real time so that you don't get stuck in this loop, which you've probably been in for some time because it's predictable. If your nervous system hasn't yet learned how to make that movement from stress into safety, into connection, then it's predictable that those patterns are going to keep looping and looping. If you don't learn how to make this movement yourself from stress back into safety and connection, your nervous system will do it for you. This is why drugs, alcohol, drinks, smoking, all of those habits are really just ways of our unconscious, our nervous system, finding a way to downregulate. If you have a few drinks, your nervous system downregulates. If you smoke cannabis, your nervous system downregulates. If you smoke nicotine, your nervous system downregulates. These are all ways, these are all patterns of how the nervous system downregulates. And often those patterns and habits in our life take us away from where we actually want to go in our business, in our life, in our families and communities. They impact us. And often this is happening because we've never actually learned how to regulate our nervous system. We've never learned how to make that movement because most likely our parents and community didn't teach us. But the amazing thing is that this is a learnable skill. The 3 ways that I'm going to teach you are going to help you deal with stress immediately and also preventatively so that stress itself doesn't build up and accumulate into overwhelm. So the first way I'm going to teach you is how to deal with stress immediately. Now, the first thing that you want to recognize, remember, stress is a state of the nervous system. So what that means is you're just activated. So just recognize that you're activated. This then gives you the conscious awareness then to choose to do one of these following strategies. So once you're aware that you're stressed, these are 3 easy strategies that you can do to regulate that state from stress back into a state of connection, upon which that's where your kind of creativity and problem solving capacities open up, which is what we want in business, life, and our relationships. So the first technique is super simple. It's called box breathing. It's a simple breath technique where you breathe in for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4, inhale for 4. And you repeat this pattern until your nervous system has come back into a place where you feel grounded, present, and connected. Normally, a minute or 2 of that will just cue to your nervous system that it's safe. The reason that that works is because whenever we're breathing slowly like that, we're not in a state of danger. We're showing the body, we're showing your physiology that it's safe. As you teach your body to do that, the mind, your heart, your nervous system will just drop, and then you'll have the capacity to be able to better solve the issue or challenge that you're dealing with. The second way is also very simple. Again, recognizing that you're in a state of activation, then just taking some breaths to breathe in and to sigh and exhale and sound at the same time. That's breathing technique, and the sound itself cues to your ventral vagus nerve in the nervous system, again, that you're safe. If you do that for about a minute or 2, again, your physiology will drop into a state of connection. There was a study done on cyclical sighing, and they compared breath work, meditation for a short period of time, and actually the one that came out to do the best was actually cyclical sighing. So it's one of the most effective ways to downregulate the nervous system. The third way is shaking and sighing. So popular in the East in Qigong is just sighing and shaking at the same time. So again, you're helping your body move the energy out. So you can just breathe in and kind of shake your arms. You can shake your legs and just sigh at the same time. You do that for a minute or 2. It'll help move that state of stress. back into a state of connection. Have you ever seen some dogs or cats fighting and after that they kind of like shake their body out and then they're fine? It's basically giving your mammalian body the same discharge. It's really quite remarkable what can happen in 2 minutes. One of the funny things that me and my wife do if we find ourselves getting a little stressed is we'll just stop and we'll just start shaking and sighing because it just relaxes both of us. And then from there, we'll resume whatever conversation we're having. But we'll have more creative faculties online where we can actually listen to each other, hear each other, and solve whatever problems are arising. To set yourself up for success, practice ahead of time so that this pathway between stress and connection where your creativity exists becomes natural. So when stress comes up, your ability to be able to regulate that back into connection, back into a state of groundedness becomes faster and faster and faster and faster and faster until that becomes your default. And with that capacity, you're going to then be able to take that into your business, into your life and your relationships and really grow things. And by the way, for each of the 3 things you're learning today, I've created a free nervous system training for each one of these. You can get that in the link below. So moving on to the second way. This is one of the preventative strategies. So as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you are like an emotional athlete. Your creative solving abilities, your ability to be able to critically think, your ability to be able to be present with exactly what's arising is your capacity to be able to truly perform. Just like a professional basketballer would practice shooting hoops every day in order to be a master of their game, you also have to do the same. And it's your inner state of being, it's your emotional game, it's your inner state that is allowing the capacities of your creativity, of your relational skills, of your problem-solving abilities to really be online. So this second piece is really setting your day up in a way that allows you to bring your best to the day. So instead of starting the day at the effect of emails, other people's desires, maybe your kids or your wife or your friends or your colleagues, there can be a lot incoming when we're business owners and entrepreneurs. Instead of being at effect to that, really taking control and agency to set your day up in a way that allows you to fill up your own cup so that you have the capacity, you have the energy, you have the inspiration, you have the clarity to be able to effectively move through the day. So before anything else, before you do anything else at all, before opening your phone, before receiving the emails, you carve out, you prioritize 15 to 30 minutes to set your day up in a way that allows you to fill your cup up so that you have the capacity and ability to be creative, to be problem solving, to be with the natural stresses of having a business in a way that really allows you to bring the best of yourself. Now, some ways to do this would be meditation, qigong, breath work, visualization, mindful movement, anything that really allows you to come into your body and kind of really ground into the present moment. That then regulates your nervous system to be able to really take on the day in a way that's not going to have you stressed and overwhelmed. Now, we become overwhelmed because we never break the cycle of stress. But if you start your day in a way that is setting your nervous system up like this, then your capacity to be able to deal with life will never reach that critical point where you're stressed and then overwhelmed and reaching for whatever the thing is to relax yourself comes in. This is you really taking control of your life, your business, and your relationships. So the third, which is also another preventative measure, is to end your day intentionally. Most people kind of finish their day 5, 6 o'clock or whenever it is, and they just move into the evening's activities. Now, what normally happens is the activities of the day, where there may have been stress, where there may have been challenges that you were solving, kind of just move into the evening. So instead of doing that, intentionally creating a routine in a way that allows you to create a very specific movement from the workday into your evening and recreational activities. So this could be going for a sauna, going to the gym, having an ice bath, doing some of those intentional breathing patterns that we spoke about before. Something that really allows your nervous system to clean out and drop in. And again, just like your morning practice, if you're cleaning out and clearing out and dropping in, then the stress isn't going to build up. That's going to give you, like an athlete, the time to rest and recover. If you don't have a practice for this, I have a quick 7-minute training that I created for my clients called Rapid Recalibration that helps you offboard your day. You can access that and trainings to everything we've been talking about today in the description below. As business owners, dealing with difficulty, dealing with challenges is a part of the job. So instead of trying to get rid of challenges, actually what's required here is how to better and more skillfully be able to deal with the challenges in a way that allows your creative capacities to be online to solve those problems, so that the problems themselves become more like fun challenges versus things that are creating stress and overwhelm, most people get stuck because they don't want to go to the next level because they already feel stressed and overwhelmed. So their nervous system is just like, why would I want more? Whereas when we train our nervous systems to be able to deal with and work with life creatively, then we have the capacity and ability to go, let's go to the next level and enjoy ourselves doing it. The reason that most of us got into business and creating something in the first place was because we were passionate about something, because we loved it. And then as we go down the journey, sometimes stress gets the better of us. So this is really an opportunity to learn the inner capacities so that you can bring that to your business and expand the impact that you're here to make.